And we'll fly, we'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Gonna talk quietly because it's 6 a.m. in the morning. I've been staying up all night, not for Gotham, but I've been staying up for a different reason, which I am not gonna say in this video, but there's a reason why I'm staying up. But anyway, as I was staying up, I thought, oh, Gotham's on. The last season, the first episode, it was on at 1 a.m. in the UK, and I thought, you know what, I'll wait for it to come out so I can watch it. And I watched it at like 5 a.m. in the morning, which is a crazy time to watch anything, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a big Batman fan. He's not just my favourite superhero, he's my favourite fictional character, like, ever, out of anything. And obviously he's not Batman yet in this show. There's like a prequel to Batman, but it's an amazing show. Season 2 wasn't good, to be honest. Season 2 started off good, didn't end very well. Yeah, Season 2 started off well, it just didn't really like. Apart from Season 2, Seasons 1, 3 and 4 were amazing. I love this show. It's one of my favourite shows going at the moment. And I'm kind of sad that it's in its final season. I'm very sad about that. I feel like Disney's Fox mergers something to do with that, because this show is on Fox. I don't know, potentially maybe, but to be fair, one side of me is annoyed that it's the last season. The other side of me is like, maybe it's a good time to end it, because some shows that go on for a long time, they tend to like die down, you know what I mean? They tend to stagnate. Some shows keep going and keep going great, but you never know what can happen. So sometimes it's good to like end the show early, and 5 seasons I feel is great, it's solid. I wanted 10, to be honest, but 5 seasons is good enough for me. The only thing is, the actor for this show is still quite young, so it's interesting to see like how he's gonna be in the Batman suit, like what it'll look like. Maybe they'll do a time jump, have a different actor in for the last episode. I think that's probably what they'll do. They'll do a time jump. But yeah, this is a mini series I'm going to do. I'm going to review every episode with spoilers, episode by episode, every single week. It won't be this will be on the same day as it came out in the UK, but not every episode will be like this. You won't all come out on Friday. It'll probably either come out on Friday, Saturday, these episodes that I do for the series. I'll definitely watch it by Friday every single week. So yeah, then I can review it and get a video up, because I'm passionate about this show. I love Batman, I love Gotham, I love it's not just Batman, I love the characters that relate around him, the Bat family, the villains. It's just awesome. There's so many great characters, and so many of them are in this show, and it's just fantastic. It is fantastic. So yeah, I just watched the first episode and I was impressed. It was a slow start, but you know what, slow doesn't really matter. The pace doesn't really matter. Like all of it was really well structured this episode. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, it will include spoilers, obviously. I'll put it in the title, so I'll put spoiler in the title. So yeah, if you don't want spoilers, then click away. I don't know why you're still here if you didn't want spoilers. But anyway, obviously after the end of season 4, after the events of it, obviously the bridges are blown and the government of the US has abandoned Gotham. It's on its own, it's isolated. They evacuated as many as they could, but from this point on, no one can move in or out of Gotham, which is interesting because there's still refugees, civilians in the city that didn't get out. And the city is now controlled by villains. Like, villains have different territories across the city. And yeah, and then there's also the cops, the GCPD, Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullock and the rest. They're stuck in GCPD. They're also helping out refugees and civilians who are still stuck in there. They're helping out, but they also have limited supplies. So that's interesting. It's interesting how villains control the city, basically. And then there's the cops with limited bullets, limited food, and they got mouths to feed as well for the civilians. And it's kind of crazy. And Bruce Wayne is there as well. There's another thing. Obviously, Selena Kyle. Not going to mention her again in this video, but she has this whole situation throughout the episodes because she's been shot by the Joker, by Jeremiah, shall we say. He hasn't called himself the Joker yet, has he? I don't think he's allowed to. Apparently he's not allowed to say the Joker or use green hair. I think that was whatever. But the point is, he shot Selina. It seems to be a similar storyline to Barbara Gordon. But obviously, Barbara Gordon in this show is more like Harley Quinn in a way, if you know what I mean. Actually, she was in season 2 anyway, but it's interesting what they've been doing with these characters. They've been going different routes with certain characters. But yeah, obviously Selina, she's obviously in a very bad way, tries to do something about it, and it's quite depressing. It's quite depressing, the whole Selina storyline in this episode. It's very depressing to look at. But yeah, as I said, it's very like interesting to see like how all the villains control everything, control the territories, and it's going to be even more interesting to see how Batman takes them all out. Or not necessarily Batman, the GCPD, the cops obviously, Jim Gordon. It's going to be interesting to see how all the protagonists to take them out, how they deal with all of this, and how it's going to be at the end of the show. It's going to be very interesting. So yeah, I can't wait. By the way, this whole isolation thing, how Gotham is separate, how they've been abandoned, how the government won't help them, how they won't let anyone in or out, that has similarities to Dark Knight Rises. In the Dark Knight Rises, in the whole situation, they block off the city, the government, the armies, they cut off the bridges. So yeah, that's maybe it's like a reference to that in a way. Maybe I'm reaching there, but it has similarities to that, and obviously, and it has similarities to Batman Arkham Knight, the game. People evacuated out of the city at the start of that game in the storyline. So yeah, it's very similar to other Batman stories, which is quite interesting to see. There's probably something in the comics like that as well that is based on. So that's pretty interesting. Speaking of Dark Knight Rises, Bane obviously was the villain in that. He's in this show this season. He's not arrived yet, so I'm going to talk more about him when he arrives in the show finally. But yeah, as I was saying, different villains control different parts. There's still no sign of the Joker, of Jeremiah, but he does leave a hint at the end. So it looks like he may turn up in episode 2, judging by previews I've seen. So that's interesting. I can't wait to see Bruce go up against Jeremiah. That's going to be good. I can't wait for that. Obviously Batman and the Joker, enemies forever, you know. One thing, like, I love Batman, but one thing about his no-kill rule is that it's really flawed, because if you look at all the storylines involving the Joker, it's just, he should be killed really, you know. Obviously he won't be killed because plot convenience, and because it's the Joker, it's popular. They're not just going to kill the Joker off in any story. Well, they might in some stories, but you know what I mean. But still, if Batman, if it was real life, I'd think like, just kill him, bro. Just it's not worth it, you know. But you know, I love the Joker though. He's a great villain. But jeez, iconic villain as well. But jeez, man, if he was real, if he existed in real life, you would just kill him, wouldn't you? Like, it's like, seriously. But anyway, that's a completely different topic. But yeah, obviously, during the middle of the episode, I'm not going to say everything, but I wrote down the stuff I want to talk about mainly. Let's fast forward to, like, I don't know, 20 minutes in, I think. Scarecrow infiltrates the GCPD and goes in with his men. He has a little, not an army, but a little militia of men. They go in and raid GCPD for its supplies. They go in and attack. They steal like, at the start of the episode they said they have 1 month of supplies, considering they ration stuff as well. After the raid, they had 1 week worth of supplies, so that's a lot. And Bruce tried to stop him, not in the Batman suit, but he tried to stop him. He took a few out. It's pretty cool how he took him out. Glimpses of what we might see in future. But then he got, I don't know, there was some lighting thing that affected him. I don't know exactly what it was, but he definitely failed. Don't worry, Bruce, your time will come. You know, Batman will arise out of you. But yeah, that was pretty cool, that scene though. I do think Scarecrow looks a bit weird though. Don't know if it's just me. He looks cool. He just looks a bit odd. Maybe because I'm so used to the Dark Knight trilogy Scarecrow. I don't know, but it is a TV budget, to be fair. And for a TV budget, it looks good. It looks good. Scarecrow is a mad villain, that's for sure. He looked the scariest to me in the Arkham Knight game. That Scarecrow was just mental. A lot scarier than Arkham City, that's for sure. Yeah, and then obviously the government won't help, so Bruce has a chopper come in because, you know, Bruce Wayne, he has a lot of convenience. You know, he's rich obviously, so he can bring things in. Money talks, that's for sure. And the chopper gets shot down by whoever, I don't know. Someone shoots it down. Barbara and Tabitha, they noticed it coming in, so maybe it might have been them. Penguin said it wasn't him, so whoever shot it down, I don't know. They never really, I don't think they even confirmed it, but yeah, it crashed, and that helicopter included supplies that the GCPD needed. So when they saw it go down, obviously Jim and the police force, they went after it. But already there was another, I don't know what group that was, there was another group there, but there was also Oswald's group. Oswald came in and shot them up. Then the GCPD arrived, had a confrontation, and then Tabitha comes in because obviously Oswald was also the Penguin. Obviously he killed Butch, who obviously Tabitha cared about, and she wanted revenge. So she killed some of his men, tried to kill him, and there was no bullet in there. Wait, was there? I don't know. They made a sound. Pretty sure there was no bullet, and that's just crazy. Like you're about to get your revenge. You're about to kill him. He killed your love. You're about to kill him, and the bullet just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And then, just like that, in a split second, Oswald kills her. Oswald kills Tabitha, and I'm just like, what? That was definitely the most shocking part of the episode, that's for sure. It's the last season, to be fair, so they would go all out and like do crazy stuff with it. But this is episode 1. Like, geez, I know it's only 13 episodes, but this is episode 1, and you just kill off a pretty good character. She's been there since season 2, I think. I'm pretty sure. And she's a damn good character. I like this character, and then she's just been killed off just like that, and I'm like, okay, Gotham, you've got me hooked here. The fact that you've done this, it's crazy. She's not the biggest character, to be fair, but still. And obviously Barbara, she actually saw this, and she's obviously gone mad, and and after this she vows to kill him. Jim Gordon. Well, Oswald's about to kill Barbara Gordon. Well, she's not Barbara Gordon. I keep saying Gordon because that's how I know the character in other storylines. But Barbara, let's just call her Barbara. Oswald's about to kill her. Jim tries to make a deal, distracts him, and then what happens after that? I think I've lost myself here. Eventually, well, about seconds later, Jim Gordon shoots him in the leg. I'm just like, shoot me in the head, mate. I know he's a popular character, but geez, you just murdered someone right in front of your eyes. But anyway, he shot Oswald in the leg, which is quite funny. You know, a lot of pain I'm sure he suffered. And obviously the GCPD, they took all the supplies because Tabitha took out a lot of his men, and they took out the rest. Bruce Wayne found ammunition. He stole ammunition from Penguin's van, I think. Gave it to Harvey and Jim, and they took down the rest of Oswald's men, and he shot Oswald in the leg, and that was that. And after that, Barbara basically sweared and vowed that she would kill the Penguin, and the Penguin is like, I want Jim Gordon dead. So yeah, he ordered a hit basically on Jim Gordon. So the reward is bullets, but I guess other villains would need that. So that's pretty interesting. So there's a hit on Jim. Barbara wants Oswald dead. So it's going to be mad next episode, that's for sure, because they've already set up not just next episode, like the rest of the season. They've set it up really well in episode 1. So I really enjoyed this episode in general. I think there's more to mention though. Yeah, I've lost my words already. I'm sorry about this. I'm talking a bit loud for 6:30 in the morning. Anyway, 6:23 in the morning. What was I going to mention? Oh yeah. That's pretty much it. For a second, I thought I missed out something, but it basically just ends with Jim Gordon. he says a speech, a motivational speech. It's a good speech about helping people, and he's like, suits up, and the episode ends there. So I guess a lot of episode 2 they'll be out at the GCPD, and I have actually seen a preview. There's a preview, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like 42 seconds long. There's a preview of, I think, episode 2, either that or the rest of the season, but it's a really good preview because there's a lot in it. There's like a lot of things in there, and you're just like, I can't wait. And at the end of that preview, they showed a glimpse of Batman, and I'm just like, okay, I'm ready for this. They've actually finally been able to show Batman. I'm not going to show it here just in case of any copyright issues. There probably won't be, but let me just watch. It's not like a full like reveal, but he's in the shadows. You clearly see it's Batman. There's mist around him, as you would like a typical Batman scene in the shadows. And it looks pretty cool based on what I've seen. It looks similar to the Titans Batman, actually. Like, well, I would spoil the show if I say this, but after a certain scene, a certain fight scene, he's just standing there, that's in a scary way in the shadows. This preview is similar to that, except he's not standing there. He's jumping away. So yeah, finally we're gonna get Batman in the show. I can't wait. It's been 5 seasons worth, but I can't wait to finally see. Even if we see like 10 minutes, even if we see like one scene in the finale, that's enough. Because they have brought up a great story. This has essentially been a Batman show without Batman. That's what the show has been. But Batman's gonna arrive now, and they've done really well now for these 4 seasons. Season 5 looks great. I can't wait to finally see Batman in this show. Go out with a bang, because it is the last season. Go all out. It's going to be fun. So we've seen 2 TV Batmans now in like the same period of time. We've seen Titans Batman and this Batman in Gotham. Actually, we haven't seen him yet, but I've seen him in a preview. So I'm looking forward to seeing him actually in an episode. So yeah, obviously we've seen him. We've seen Bruce Wayne. He's been there since episode 1. He's been there for the whole series. We've seen how he's grown. Yeah, and he's grown really well. The actor's great. But yeah, we're finally going to see Batman. You're going to see him become Batman, and that's going to be great. It's going to be great. So yeah, a much better improvement on the previous suit, because he did try and become a vigilante in season 4, but the suit was so bad. The suit was like, what was that? It was like just this leather little jacket. Whatever that was, I don't know. But yeah, he still kind of wears something like that in this episode, to be fair. But I can't wait to see, you know, the rest of it. So yeah, we technically did see a bit of Batman. There was a nightmare scene, I think, in season 4 where he meets his future. Bruce Wayne meets his future. He meets Batman. He meets himself basically from the future. So that was pretty cool. So that was like one of the best scenes of season 4. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing it for real now. So yeah, my thoughts on this episode are, it is fantastic. 9 out of 10 from me. I just got to say, it's a 9 out of 10 from me. Anyway, if you do, obviously I'm not known for TV show or any sort of reviews really, but if you do watch this show and you did watch this video and you enjoyed it, then I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully at least some people will like this little series I'm doing, because I'm passionate about this show, so I thought I'd make videos about it. As simple as that. So yeah, this was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.